Hello everyone, Emily here. I'm so glad you're on my channel today. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm going to be specifically talking to the parents of children with hearing losses. If you're not a parent, don't jump off now. I've got some good stuff and I'm going to share more. I hope that you take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be creating more excellent content. And as you like and share and comment below, I'm able to interact with you and we can accomplish my goal of increasing awareness for the deaf and hard of hearing. So here we go. Today we're going to talk about 3 things that parents can share with their children to help their children deal with hearing loss. The first one is to stand up for yourself. As a parent, you can encourage your child to stand up for themselves. They can stand up for themselves in a variety of ways. Against bullies in educational or social settings, they can stand up to themselves. So standing up to a bully is really interesting. It can be difficult, it can be hard, and it definitely depends on your child's demeanor. For me personally, when someone bullied me, I would just ignore them and pretend I didn't hear them. Of course, I got a lot of garbage for that, but I would just let it slip out of my ears or turn off my hearing aids and not even give any attention to it. Definitely be in tune with your child and do not be afraid to ask them, hey, does anyone ever make fun of you? Ask them how that feels, walk them through it, and use your parental instincts or parental intervention, whatever you need to ensure that your child is not bullied, and if they are, how you can take proper steps and measures to prevent that. So on the second one, with educational settings and social settings, be sure that your child is aware of what kind of loss they have and that they are aware that some people may have questions about that, and that's okay. So for example, I know that my hearing loss is a congenital, bilateral, sensorineural hearing loss. So what that means is that I have a genetic hearing loss that is in both ears, that my inner ear just doesn't work properly to process the sound to get it to my brain. So I wear hearing aids because my ears just don't work as well as other people's ears. But these help me hear and understand better than I could with my ears just the way they are. It's important for your child to understand their hearing loss so that they can stand up in classrooms and social settings. They may notice that people are looking at their ears, and it's okay to say, hey, are you looking at my hearing aid? Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about my hearing aid if they have one, or their cochlear implant if they have one, or their Baha. Just let them take initiative and have that confidence to be able to say that. Also in the classroom and social settings, help your child understand that they can do certain things to stand up for themselves. What I mean for this is sitting in the front of the classroom will help your child be able to be closer to the teacher as the instructor is speaking. Also, they can let the teacher know that if the teacher can face and talk to the class as they're speaking, that is helpful. In social settings, you can let your child know that, you might struggle to hear, but don't be afraid to ask what. The last one is help your child have confidence with themselves. And this starts really with responsibility. With a hearing loss, there definitely are days that we have where we feel down. We feel, oh, woe is me. Sometimes it just hurts to be different. You wish you could just blend in. And so help your child have responsibility. And what I mean by this is when they are of age, give them hearing aid batteries and help them, here are your hearing aid batteries. These are for your aids. Put them in different places. If they don't want to carry them, I highly recommend that they put a pack in their backpack, in their locker, in their desk, at home, in different places that they're commonly at. So if they ever need a hearing aid battery, the hearing aid batteries will be there because they will have the aids. It's like you don't really realize what a great blessing your hearing aids or hearing devices are until they die. And so you want to boost their confidence by having them prepared to always have their devices powered up and ready when they need them. So help them have self-confidence by taking responsibility, speak positively of their hearing aids, and express confidence in them. So there is number 1 in terms of helping your child stand up for themselves. Number 2, help your child find good friends. Now, I'm not saying go to school with your child and sit with them at lunch and tell everyone to come sit with them. No, I'm saying talk with your child at home and ask them, hey, did you meet anyone new at school today? Or hey, did you feel bullied at school today? Yes. Okay, well, did you distance yourself from them and find other people that you can be around? Yes. Great. Tell me about them. And then encourage your child to invite those children over. Encourage your child to be friends. You've got to be a friend to have a friend. And friends are incredible. Friends can be that strength when you're weak. So I highly recommend help your child find friends. And don't go find friends for your child, but encourage your child by the conversations you have with them to plant a seed to find good friends. I had a good friend. I've always been very blessed with great friends that have stuck up for me me, and it's been amazing. When you have great friends and you're not alone, hearing loss is a lot easier to deal with. Number 3, help your child return the favor. This is an interesting one. Returning the favor can be done in a lot of different ways. They can do this daily in their school and social settings by looking for people who are lonely and reaching out to them. They can return the favor by joining local organizations in which other people are deaf or hard of hearing. You can help them see that they're not alone. There's other people like them. You can do this in physical group gatherings, or you can do online virtual gatherings. There are lots of organizations and groups that you can become a part of to help your child realize that 1, they're not alone, and 2, they have experiences. They can relate to those people. There's a friendship and a bonding that comes with those that share your same struggles. And so help your child give back and return the favor. So one last thing with return the favor that I would add is help your child explore talent. It's really easy to just say, woe's me, I have hearing loss, I can't do much. But guess what? I have taken my hearing loss and I feel like I've made it a strength because for work I actually edit videos. That's incredible considering a hearing loss and having to line up the audio and the video to be able to put that all together, get rid of the background noise, even be able to detect that there's background noise. There are no limits to the talents that your child can have. So encourage them to develop whatever talents they would like to. They could be artistic, musical, sporty, but helping them develop their talents and share them with others will help them return the favor. So there you have it. There's 3 things you can share with your child to help them deal with their hearing loss. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end of this video. I want to share the 2 things that I wish I had known when I was younger. So all growing up, I always thought that I was 2 things. I thought that I was forgetful, and I thought that I always lost things. Those sound very similar, but to me they're different. So forgetful in the fact that someone would tell me something and I would totally forget about it until they would bring it up again. For example, my mom would ask me, did you unload the dishwasher like I asked you to? And I would always feel so bad because it's not like I intentionally forgot to unload the dishwasher. It was because I had hearing fatigue. I would be listening to things like my mom would tell me, but I'd already still be thinking about the next thing she would say. It wouldn't even calculate that I needed to unload the dishwasher. And so I would forget these things that people would tell me to do because I never really even calculated because I'm trying to listen to the next thing that someone's saying or thinking about the thing that someone said 5 sentences ago. So recognize that if your child seems forgetful, that is normal. At least for me it was. And when I realized that, oh, it's okay to be forgetful, I felt confident in realizing that I do have some weaknesses and that's okay. The next thing that I mentioned is losing things. I feel like I lose things all the time. My keys, my sunglasses, my purse, you name it, or my phone. I'm always asking people, have you seen this? Have you seen this? I lost it. I realize that the reason I'm always losing things is because I can't hear them drop behind me. And so like even it just happened the other day where my keys, I had a hole in my cardigan pocket and my keys fell out. I didn't realize that they had fallen out until I had walked about 5 steps and thought, I think I heard something drop, and I looked behind me and sure enough it was my keys. So if you notice that your child is always losing things, again, this is normal because they probably don't hear things drop behind them. I have combated this by anytime I leave a place. So if I'm getting off the bus or getting out of my car or leaving work, I look behind me and I see if there's anything I've left and pick it up and take it. It definitely requires building a habit, and sometimes this can't be prevented because, for instance, if you're walking in the store and going straight, you probably won't go back to that spot again, and the fact that you were not sitting there but were actively moving won't make you think to look back. And we can't always be looking behind our shoulders and be paranoid that we're going to be losing something, but getting in the habit of looking behind myself when I've left either a desk or some space that I've been sitting in for a while has helped me remember and not lose a lot of things. I hope that helped. There you have it. Have you seen any of these things in your child? Can you relate? I would love to hear in the comments below. Please share your experiences because I'm sure that when you share yours, it will inspire me and remind me of some of my stories. I have like 20 plus years of stories now, and it's been incredible that I've come this far, and I'd love to hear all your stories. So please take a moment to like and subscribe to my channel. I hope that I see you here for the next video. Have a great day, everyone.